We're gonna make this super cute app together to track and find out who are your energy boosters, who are your energy vampires, and we're gonna see who you're surrounding yourself with. Hey there, I'm Angel, and it's unbelievable to me how easy it is to make apps using this AI tool. I'm not an engineer and I don't know how to code, but this AI tool just did it for me. Before we go into the tool, I was looking at my YouTube analytics and saw that 94.3% of you who are watching this are not subscribed. Would you please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button? It really motivates me and helps me make more videos just like the one you're about to watch. Now let's dive in. What will you need for this? You will need a Mac or some Apple computer like MacBook that runs the Apple operating system. You're going to need to download Xcode from the Apple App Store. Xcode is an Apple app that enables you to make iOS apps. The AI tool that I'm about to show you will be the one doing the coding for you, but you do have to set up Xcode and the project to get it started. It's super simple to do, no worries, I'll walk you through it. You're also going to download this AI tool that I'm talking about, which is called Cursor AI. This tool is free to use and it's been a life-changing tool. I've used it to make a few apps already, and you can download it using the link I'm sharing below. If you want to learn more about Cursor, I also have videos in the past talking about it, so be sure to check those out as well. This is a preview of an app that we're going to build today. It's a simple app that I roughly mocked up in Figma, but let's see how far we can get today. After you downloaded Xcode, what you're going to do is click Create New Project, and then you're going to select App and go to Next. You're going to select a product name. I'm going to do Bobo Emo Tracker, something like that. And then I'm going to click Next. You're just going to create a folder inside whatever folder you want to. This is just the folder that I've been using to put all my other apps in. So I'm just going to hit Create. And there you have it. You have some initial files that Xcode automatically created for you. And what we're going to do next is open up Cursor, which you've already downloaded. You should see a view like this. When you get in, you can click Open a folder, then just go ahead and select the folder you just created and click Open. You should see the same files that are in Xcode also on Cursor. And you're ready to get started. What you're going to do is you're going to click Command-Shift-I to open up this view called the Composer view. And the Composer view is basically where you're going to interact with the AI. You're going to click on this plus button to create a notepad that talks about your project. You can name it whatever you want and just create it. Here, you can type a description about the app that you want to build. Over here in this notepad, I'm just going to paste down what I've already thought about, what kind of app I want to build. And this app is an emotion tracker, right? So I want to track whether the people that you're surrounding yourself with are people who boost your energies or take away from your energy or neutralizes your energy. I'm just going to paste a brief description about the app over here. Now that I'm done with the notes, I'm going to just click on Untitled Composer. And now I'm going to start telling the AI what I want it to do. You're going to tag the notes and you are gonna say, help me implement and build this app that looks like the attached image at Codebase. And then you're gonna attach a photo, which I've attached a screenshot of the mockup that I created. Let's enter. It's just a short and sweet prompt to see what the composer would do for you. Let Cursor do its thing, and you should be able to see over here on this right hand side panel what Cursor's doing and what are the files that it edited and what did it do. Then you can just either save all or accept all. I'm just going to accept all, then go through my Xcode and see what's going on. You'll see there's a lot of warnings here. So what you want to do is go to this warning panel right here. And then what you're going to do is just copy all of these. So right click and copy all these warnings and tell the Xcode, I'm getting these warnings. Can you please help me fix them? Shift and enter so you could paste in all the warnings and enter it. So then Composer would just fix all these errors for you. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go to Xcode and go under Content View and see the preview over here. You can see here that it created a few screens for us already, although it doesn't look exactly like the app that I'm building, but it's a great start. Now we're going to go over to Cursor again and Command-Shift-I to bring up this panel. And then now we need to implement specific views. I'm just going to ask it to please implement the first view. Basically, you have to do these step by step, right? You have to work with the AI back and forth to implement each view. But it's super easy to do. You just have to write short commands like this. And then you're just going to hit accept all. To see this in Xcode, you can do Command R to rerun, or it should automatically run for you. So now it's closer to what we're looking at in terms of our mockup. Comparing this to this Figma file, it's kind of closer to the first screen now. This view is just the UI and design are slightly different, but don't worry, we can fix that part last. We just want to make sure the features are there. Now I can select an avatar. Let's see if I can type a name in. Person to log. None of these views are working yet, so we have to work with Cursor to do this. Command-Shift-I to bring up this panel. Cursor will tell you what this view includes, right? You can read that this view includes welcome message, this name input field, soft pastel color, and then it's asking you, do you want me to add the actual avatar assets and implement persistence for the selected avatar, add animations for avatar? They're asking you what you want it to do. I have the mockups and I have the avatar images already, so I'm going to ask it to set up the assets. I'm going to drag the profile images here. I'm just going to drag some images here and then tell Cursor what are the file names that I created to use this. You're going to accept all again. Let's see what it looks like here. Okay, now you can see it's getting very close. Now that it's using my avatar, you can select an avatar. But right now, adding a person to log doesn't really do anything yet because we haven't implemented the other parts. The next view we're going to do is the energy logging view. So we're going to give Cursor this short prompt. I'm going to just hit accept all, then go back to Xcode and go to the logging view. So you need to add this person, and then over here now you can select John and you can select one of these. I'm going to select good. But see here, you can select one and then log your energy. But I didn't like the layout of this, and I also didn't like that the button is covering the bottom menu. So what I'm going to do is tell Cursor this. Make sure that the bottom menu doesn't get covered. And then we're going to run this command. Basically, you just work at it view by view, like one view per time. Accept all. You're going to see here that I have to keep typing in the name because it's not retaining because the database part is not saved yet. In a bit, we're going to implement the database. Let's implement all the other views first before we work on the database and the UI tweaking. In your prompt, you can always tag an image of your mockup and then ask it to implement it like that. Now, after I did that prompt, you see that the default changed to this image. It's kind of cute, I guess. Okay, so now that we have the calendar view, we're going to work on the last view, which is the people database view. This panel here is where Cursor is editing all these files. I just told it to implement the people database view and we ran into an error. So again, with errors, what you want to do is show all the errors and then copy the error and then go back to Cursor and pasting the error. Get Cursor to just fix it for you. You're going to hit accept all. Okay, so now the third view is done, but the third view is not showing anything here yet. Don't worry, we'll fix it. Let's work on the database because the data is not retaining. I'm telling Cursor to set up a database and store the data. So accept all. Now that we have some sort of data logged, we're gonna fix the flow so then it's more seamless. I was taking a break and there was a storm outside, which makes cup noodle the perfect lunch option. Today's secret message is cup noodle, so leave a comment below with the word cup noodle to show that you're part of the groupie. It'll put a smile to my face. Okay, earlier I had some meetings, so I had to put the project on hold, but lo and behold, this is more or less where we're at right now. You can see that we have the front section, that we have this calendar view where I can edit the mood, I can save entry and choose whether a person is good for me or not. And then there's this energy neutralizer or energy booster. You can figure out who actually gives you energy and who doesn't give you energy based on some equation. We have all this set up, and so our app is actually looking pretty good. If you want to run it in your own phone, what you need to do is actually connect your phone to Xcode. So I'm going to deploy it over Apun's iPhone, play it. And now it's going to build to my iPhone. You can also use the simulator to show your app, but I like to download it so I can actually use it on my phone and test it out in real life. The build succeeded. Over here, I'm only going to enable this as an iPhone app. I'm going to remove the iPad, remove app, Mac, remove Apple Vision. And I'm also only going to set my app to portrait only because I only defined it for portrait mode. What you're going to see is on my phone, this app right here. I can easily add more features to this, like adding a journal prompt, so then you can maybe change your perspective on your energy vampires, seeing if you can, feel gratitude, so then they take less of your energy away. So this is my app and it's super easy to do. There's one last thing that I'm going to just do because right now it's missing an app icon. So I'm going to show you where to update this. How do you update the app icons? Under the assets, you can create over here app icons. I'm just going to download one of the emojis and use that as my app icon. Now when I run this, it looks like this, the app icon on my phone, and you can tap on it and you can see this. It's really easy to add an app icon. You just go to under this area in the assets. So yeah, that's it. I just worked screen by screen with this AI tool, just kept chatting with it, and you can easily make a really functional app in one day. Now, if people tell you that you can make an app in minutes, yes, it's true. You can totally do it. But if you want a more elaborate app like what mine was, mine had a few screens and it had a few functions. You had to store and track, the calendar and all that stuff. Then it's going to take a little bit more effort, right? I don't think you can expect like 5 minutes. With 5 minutes, with a few prompts, you can probably get a very, very simple, basic, not super good looking app. But with like a couple hours of your time, you can make beautiful apps, cute apps, like what I just did. Now you have an energy tracker at your disposal. I mean, it's pretty amazing, right? I can also add more avatars on it so people can select. Another feature that I could probably add is adding people's photos on it, and I can add a diary section. So this app is super expandable. If I spend one day on it, I'll make it really good. And all of this is super possible if you know how to use AI tools like this. If you found this useful, be sure to subscribe and follow me so you can learn how to make apps. Stay on top of this AI trend because nowadays it's super easy to build anything. Now, if you want to roll out the app and actually release it in the App Store, you will need an Apple developer account, which costs $99 a year. I do have it and I do plan on releasing some of my apps in the future. So if you like this energy tracker, be sure to let me know so I will know to make sure to release it. It's never been a better time to create and make your own apps. You really have to try it. It's easier now than ever. And if you have an idea, I hope you can take action and make it happen. If you have any questions or thoughts, leave them in the comments. I'll be there to support you. And I can't wait to see what you've built. Stay tuned and looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Let me know what app I should be building next. Thanks. See you next time.